This is my Aunt Bonnie and her dog Charlie, and this is her big time talk show. Who's on the show today, Aunt Bonnie?
Dr. Drew Pinsky, Candy Spelling, and comedian Angela Johnson.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's Bonnie.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you very much. Please. Wow, everybody's bundled up. The audience has scarves on. I know, it's raining. It's raining. I think I have rain on my glasses because I ran outside. I do, because I ran outside for a second. What else is new? I'm always running outside. Not to smoke or anything. No, because sometimes I hit the door at the wrong time because all the guys are out there having their smoke.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and I hit the wall, and I'm like, I am in Oz.
Oh,
Smells like the old days.
I know, it kind of
Remember,
smells,
everybody used to smoke in the house, and my dad
Yeah.
would smoke in the car, and
Yep.
ugh. I think I still have car sickness till this day because of that.
Really? It triggers it? Well,
Well, you didn't say anything because you knew the cigarette was going to calm him down. So I was like, please have the cigarette. We'll choke back here gladly, you know? Because it would always start with one small thing to set my dad off, you know? He'd say, it's all right, it's all right. You know, Tom Virtue does that whole thing with his
Oh,
dad.
yeah.
A friend of ours, some of you know he's an actor, but he used to do a whole bit about his dad that was so relatable that was just the smallest thing would set him off. Like, oh, you dinged the car, did you? It's all right, it's all right. As long as nobody was hurt. As long as no one was hurt, that's all that's mattered. But you dinged the car, didn't you? That's all right. That's all I care is that everybody's safe and sound, and that was one expensive car. One expensive car was mint until you dinged it. That's all right. Damn it, why did you have to ding that car? And then to see his dad go on the rampage, and it was on behalf of Tom Virtue. We have laughed over that because all of our dads were so similar, especially in the 70s, you know. Fathers were growing up, they had as many kids as God gave them, and, you know, dads were growing up with us.
yeah.
Working, you know, making ends meet. Oh, that's what I talked about in the newsletter this week about Christmas. Because there were so many kids in my family, we always did a grab bag, which I'm sure a lot of people do. You know, one gift, and we always had like a price limit. You couldn't go over the limit. You could definitely go less. It was like $20 or $30, depending on, you know, what we were doing, if we were doing well that year or not. And then we started doing a thing where if whoever's name you got, you had to use their initials. Like one year at BH, I got a basket of hair products.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
Yeah, so, you know, it made it more fun
Oh.
for us, and you had to figure out what the thing was. And then, so anyway, I put it in the newsletter. People just gave us so many wonderful things, but this one I loved was Charlotte Campbell. This woman wrote in, she said, Bonnie, I started buying my two grandsons a flat ornament each year, a large one, and on the back with a permanent pen, I write what is going on with them at the time, their age, grade in school, good or bad things they are doing, and what they asked for Christmas. Well, now it takes forever to decorate the tree as they are older, and we read each ornament at least once.
Oh, that's great. Wow.
And we really get a kick out of it. It's just adorable. I mean, I just love that. And she says, have a blessed Christmas. And it's nice. She said, I hope that they will continue it with their own children and grandchildren. And I think that's a great idea. That is just, because kids like to know where their little head was at, and it brings it back, you know, to a memory of something that you wanted so badly that you thought you couldn't live without. It's a great lesson, too.
It's also a reminder for the parents too, Bonnie, because you forget, you know, along the way, and you look back and you can't remember anything, you know.
Well, I think because parents dread disappointing their kid. They dread, you know, you can't win, and you want to give them a lot, and you just, you know, you can only do what you can do. And, you know, the sting will pass. Because I can't tell you how many times I was like, you know, you want a certain thing. I told the story, I don't think I've told it on here, but my dad, we had one bike in the family for a while. And when you were 12 or 13, you got the bike on your birthday for a full year. Like you were the boss of the bike. All right? So it comes to my birthday, and being the little brat that I was, this is at the time when 10-speed bicycles came out, and they had those handlebars, you know, that you were like this. Well, this was, the bike we had in the family was a banana seat with the, what are they called? Monkey bars or whatever. And I was like, Dad, don't try giving me that bike, because I can't ride that bike around my friends. I got to have a 10-speed bike, Dad. I can't have the family bike. So I was really upset about it. And this is a time when I really grew up. I think it was my 13th birthday, 12th or 13th birthday. So there was Rudy's bike shop in the old neighborhood. So my dad went to Rudy and he said, listen, I'm going to change the handlebars on this bike. My dad bought some used handlebars, and he used black electrical tape to put on the handlebars, and he said to Rudy, and he painted the bike a different color, and he put a leopard print seat on it. I'll never forget it. And he asked Rudy if he wouldn't mind if my dad could bring me into the shop, and Rudy would bring it from the back with a big ribbon on it as if it were new. I know, can you stand it? So my dad brings me into the bike shop, and I think I'm getting a brand new bike. Oh my gosh, you know. And my dad figures as long as it has those handlebars, of course there was no brakes on them. So it wasn't it was so obvious. It was so obvious. But God bless my father, right? Rudy brings it out with the big ribbon on it. And in that moment, I grew up because I saw my dad just as this person that just wanted me to have the best he could give me. And I went, Dad, oh my God, I love it. It's so beautiful. I never said I knew it was the exact same bike. And I remember my hands would turn all black in the summer because the electric would... And then my dad would say, anybody mention the bike? I said, all my friends love it. They're all talking about the bike, you know.
Oh.
Yeah. So it was pretty great, pretty special. But we're looking at... Oh, thanks, yeah. But we're talking about the rainy season out there, and it's raining out here, and as you know, we put our cameras outside. Mike went out there earlier because I have the big billboard with my face plastered on it. And... you know, I just thought, wow, it's nice that it's holding up, because it's holding up much better than I do in the rain. We went back out there a couple minutes ago. That's too bad. Yep. Can only happen to me. Especially with all the stuff that's happening like this. I mean, even on the other side of it, like Tiger Woods and... which Dr. Drew's here today. I'm going to ask him about that. Because do you know what everybody in the office keeps saying? How could a guy with a perfect life cheat? How could he cheat on her? Men don't cheat on the woman. They cheat on themselves. It's either their condition or it isn't.
Right.
So I have a pet peeve. I have a pet peeve when people say, just see his wife, how could he cheat on her? It's not about how the woman looks. It's about how the man feels inside of himself. And if he has this instant gratification thing where he needs this false sense of empowerment, up to 9 times. So well, anyway. Oh, and the other thing, on the other side of this, there's a new thing on the internet now where girls that are, it all started with this professional athlete. He's the #4 tennis player in the world.
Andy Murray.
Andy Murray, yeah. So his girlfriend breaks up with him because he plays too much PlayStation. This is a huge thing now.
Yeah.
Dr. Drew's going to talk about addictions, too. This is another whole level of addiction. And so there's now this trend online for disgruntled girlfriends. And the only reason I'm showing this because I want to tell you that it bothers me for a certain reason. But this is what girls are doing on the internet. They're showing themselves getting upset about their boyfriends playing. You can roll it, Ann, whenever.
Like many girls out there today, I have a boyfriend who is constantly playing video games. I mean, it's like 10 hours a day. It's ridiculous. Well, I'm sick of being bored. Let this be a lesson to all you video game addicts out there who are ignoring your girlfriends. 'Cause she just might be a little crazy. Look what I got.
It's cathartic and stuff, but when she says, you know, he's playing it up to 10 hours a day, I'm tired of being bored, and she smashes the box. If you're tired of being bored, pack your stuff and leave. Because breaking the game doesn't make any sense. Donate the game to a kid's hospital or something.
That's the way to go, exactly.
Or I mean, feel good. I know you want to feel good because you want to get rid of it. But believe me, if the guy's addicted to video games, he's going to have some kind of addiction. Don't they like all transfer? I don't know. I'm no therapist, but I'm going to pretend I am. All right. Are we going to do Twitter or no?
No.
No?
No.
Why not?
We don't have time.
How do you know? They answer so quick when I Twitter that you can call in and win something. Oh, no, I got to tell you guys. You want me to talk about the White House couple? How they got in? Okay, yeah, they have footage of how they got past security. Special for this time of year, too, how they got in.
Oh, who goes there?
Us, of course. Who'd you think?
Oh, well, then that's okay.
I love Rudolph. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So, I love the classics every holiday season. I mean, I just love Frosty the Snowman and Santa Claus is Coming to Town, The Little Drummer Boy. So our friends at Classic Media and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer has put all of them, original Christmas classics, in a limited keepsake edition, so they have them for everybody in the audience today. You're going to love these. Okay, so Johnson's here. She's really funny. And we'll be right back with Dr. Drew Pinsky, so stay tuned.
Coming up, Dr. Drew Pinsky.
You saved a young man's life at that game, and that's, well, you did. If you weren't there, the outcome might
not
have
been the same.
Right.
Not been the same.
We'll be right back.
It was a grateful. I'm grateful I could have been.
Welcome back, everybody. Hi, Billy. Sorry I didn't say hi to you when I came out.
Oh, no, it's okay. Hi, how are you?
I'm all right. I'm doing all right. Okay, so parents, we're talking about things that might not be suitable for young kids, so I just want to let you know, a heads up. Or you can translate it for them and turn it to whatever story you want, because my mother told me the box of Kotex were Barbie doll mattresses. So, okay, you know, our first guest is from VH1's reality shows, Celebrity Rehab and Sober House. Now he's taking on the taboo subject of sex addiction in his new show, Sex Rehab. Please welcome back to our show, the fabulous Dr. Drew Pinsky. I love having you here.
I love being here. I really do.
Oh, thanks. So tell me, you know, I was talking about Tiger Woods.
Yes.
Maybe just from a professional point of view, how does that happen?
Yeah.
I mean, he has so much, an abundance of good fortune. Right?
Yes, and a great guy apparently. I mean, really. I mean, by all standards.
Yeah, Bobcat in the sack.
Whenever you though find yourself going yuggada yuggada yuggada, you know, like how could that be?
Well, it's actually audio, and
that's a better version of it. And you always got to think addiction. Whether it's a chemical addiction, people will act out in strange ways when they're chemically addicted, or sex and love addiction, they'll do things where you think, how could that be possibly the case? And I think we've talked even before about how people in positions of power kind of think of themselves as sort of above and
entitled
to things, and they compartmentalize a lot where they can be present with their family, but some part of them is tied up somewhere else that they only act out with certain kinds of people with.
I know, but I think sometimes when people hear addiction,
yes,
like in this situation, they go, "Oh, come on."
Yeah, well,
is it addiction or choice?
Well, look, here's the deal. What most people will get caught up on is like, oh, he's just an excuse. He got caught. Therefore, that's why he's now calling it an addiction. But why wouldn't we use the same logic for cocaine addiction or marijuana addiction or alcoholism? Because people come to treatment because their spouses have had enough, their parents find out about it, the law finds out about it, and then they're brought to treatment.
Well, but it doesn't start as an addiction, does it? How can it start the first time you choose to do so? Like, I remember one of my brothers was getting married, and I said, how does somebody get married for the rest of their life? What if you get tempted? He said, there's two kinds of people in the world. People that have affairs and people that don't let them happen. Because they're always there, right?
It's always there. You're right from a characterological standpoint.
Right.
That's absolutely true. And I've always been mystified how people can do that when they have kids and have a woman that they love as their wife, because it's such an attack on them. You know, it really is.
Well, that's what you said about Tiger's situation, is that it is an attack on the family.
It really does. It attacks them. But that's how you know it's something outside of their control, because they would not. It's like, how could the love of the family not be enough to get you to stop doing your cocaine? Well, it's because it's an addiction. It's because it's a drive.
What about the first time, though?
You're right, and it goes right to the issue that people get so hung up on. Again, I see chemical addiction, sex addiction very similarly.
Right.
Why did you pick up the drug in the first place? Why did you pick up the bottle? Why did you do that? Because, okay, it gets out of control, I understand that, but why in the first place? And the most common reason, frankly, is childhood traumas. And, you know, you and I have talked about this a number of times, that childhood trauma is rampant in our country today. We have destroyed families, abandoned, neglectful, and abusive parents. And when you have those kinds of experiences in childhood, you either can't experience closeness, in which case, if somebody gets close to you, you sabotage it and run away, or you act out all the time with people because that's a surrogate for closeness.
What about the women who know that he's married? Well, they all know that he's married.
Well, I look at them as the flip side of the same thing. You know, they build that's sort of like love addiction. They sort of build this fantasy that this person is going to come and sweep them off their feet and he's going to come back for them. And of course, that's nonsense.
Right.
You know, and people that when I say this kind of thing, people always go, well, what's wrong with a little romantic love? Because we've all experienced those kinds of fantasies, right? When we were 15, 16.
Well, I do now. Well, I do. I still have those same.
With you too, Mike, I must tell you.
Thanks.
But be that as it may, when and people go, oh, what about Romeo and Juliet? It's like, yeah, what about Romeo and Juliet? That's not what you call a good outcome.
No, yeah.
That is exactly the point. That is precisely where that goes when these things are not built on reality and real intimacy.
Well, what do you do when people? Well, what's the difference between when you say love addiction, like romance, and sex addiction? What?
I mean, sex addiction is about sex. Let's face it.
Is that just a dumb question?
Well, it's not a dumb question. It's I don't want to get too caught up in the sex part, but for instance, like
Why not?
on the on the sex rehab program, Amber Smith, the supermodel we have on the show, is a love addict, but sexually anorectic. Like zero sexuality, and yet romances and builds up, chases men, looks for them, fantasizes about them. If they don't look at her the right way, she has to go to bed for 2 days. I mean, that's an extreme. Yeah, it's sad. It's all very sad. It really is.
When you went through your own sadness, like how do you deal with it when you're helping people all day long? Being at your son's game and your father having just passed away. And...
Yeah. My father passed away a few weeks ago, and it was very sudden and very, very sad, and rocked my kids. And we all loved him very much, and we're there at the end. And ended up having to resuscitate a friend of my kids at a football game. He had a head injury kind of thing. And I don't want to make too much of that, but except to say that afterwards, I mean, it was basically the same process that had just taken my father, which was bleeding in the head. And I experienced something I'd never experienced before after that, which was emotional numbness, which is something that addicts and childhood trauma survivors experience a lot. I mean, that's something they're used to. I'd never experienced it before. I was just numb. And I had to hit the road and go out and promote sex rehab. And I was in New York, and I met with some of the cast. They were going around too, and it was, Jenny, Penny Flame, Jenny Ketchum, and Phil and Amber, and Duncan Roy was out there. And Jenny goes, I go, you guys, I'm having trouble, really being present with you all. I told them what happened. And Jenny goes, I know all about emotional numbing. And it'll come back. It comes in waves. And there was this amazing role reversal where she was now taking care of me, and she was so right, and it was so reassuring. And it just shows you, that here's somebody, she came to our program wanting to sabotage us. That was why she came. She didn't want anything to do with treatment, ended up responding to treatment, doing beautifully in treatment, and now was deeply moved me. So isn't that funny how that happens? I mean, just an interesting story.
Well, I'm so sorry for the loss of your dad. I know how much you loved and respect him, and of course live your life in honor of him, and that's what it's all about. That you saved a young man's life at that game, and that's, well, you did. If you weren't there, the outcome might not have been
the same.
Right.
Might not have been the same.
Okay,
And it was grateful I'm grateful I could have been there, mostly.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you were there too. I'll be right back.
That kid is doing great.
Next, Dr. Drew takes questions from the audience.
Have your approach be, I prefer when you approach me, I'm open for business. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't really feel comfortable doing that. No, but I mean,
used car sales a lot.
Bonnie welcomes a Motown legend. The Jacksons are showbiz royalty, and now they give you a unique look into their world.
This is very exciting.
Plus, from the mentalist Robin Tunney. Thursday on Bonnie.
Alleviating that parent.
Yeah, you can't
fix it.
You can't fix somebody's addiction. You just can't. And Phil has spent all his time protecting his dad, and now he was being very open and honest with him, and it really was a beautiful moment between those two.
Yeah, well, the show, I mean, what's the response been? Are people really...
It's being well received. People are, it's hard to convey to people how intense it was to go through it, because it's all edited up and stuff. And
yeah, it changes it, doesn't it?
It changes it a bit, and things that went one way look like they went another. But for the most part, people are learning, I think, what they need to learn, which is this is a disorder that's deeply embedded in who these people are and their childhood experiences, the traumas. It's not something to laugh at. It's not a joke.
It isn't a joke, because when somebody can't control something and and then they have the constant shadow of embarrassment and fear and shame. Yeah. Oh God, that must be exhausting. All right, you're gonna. Oh wait, I want to.
Yes.
Before we forget, because I know we're going to take questions from the audience, but you brought these for everybody in the audience.
I did.
You guys, these are fantastic.
For all of you, this is something that I feel very strongly about. 2,500 12 to 17-year-olds are going to abuse prescription medications for the first time today and every day. It's a real serious problem in our country. And check into your medicine cabinets. I guarantee you, all of you have medicine sitting around. We came up with this as the solution to that. You put your medicines in here. You lock it. You tell your kids. You're telling your kids, this is absolutely off limits. You're not to take these things. They're serious business. We put them under lock and key. It's not something casual that we leave around after our plane rides or wisdom teeth extractions. They're very serious business. So
yeah, this is great. And you thought of this, didn't you?
I did. You can hear more about it. You can get it at drdrew.com. It's available out there, widely distributed now. So please, I obsessed about it last night, strangely. I was thinking, I got to get all my stuff in there and put it in a locker, because my kids need to see that I mean business about this.
Right, and that it's, it's just accountability and responsibility too. But I took it and threw it down like a whole bunch of times to see if it would open. It didn't.
We're learning something.
Well, I
about
wanted to know
bodies.
what you were taking, really. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so we're going to take questions from the audience, and I love when Dr. Drew does this because I always learn something myself.
Hi, Dr. Drew.
Hello, how are you?
I've heard you be a big proponent for HPV vaccinations with
I am.
Gardasil. Is there a way for men to get tested, and has the FDA approved a vaccination against HPV for them?
The FDA has recently approved it for men. There is no good way to test for men. So men, if they've been exposed, should consider themselves a carrier. They should use that as maybe motivation to go and get the vaccine. The fact is what we're seeing is a lot more head and neck cancers in men, a lot, from HPV related.
wow.
In fact, on sex rehab, one of the kids shows up with an HPV related tumor in the back of his throat. The surfer.
What is that from? Like the dysplasia causes the malignancy of the ability to grow?
Exactly.
Wow.
It's a virus that adds, if you're a smoker or a drinker and you have the HPV vaccine, you're going to get a cancer up there. And there are other areas of the body that it's been identified too. So yes, I strongly encourage people to get the HPV vaccine, whether male or female. And an enlightened physician will give this to you, so go get it.
Now, could this make sense? Like, you know how multiple sex partners increases your chances
Yes.
of all these different bacteria being introduced
Yes,
to your body and different
absolutely.
problems? Do you think maybe we were meant to be with not a lot of people?
Yes, of course. I mean, nature tells us that.
I know, nature
Listen,
does tell us that. So
before-
it's not, I'm not talking religious or anything like that. I'm just
nature.
saying common sense wise.
Well-
when I was in nursing school, I was like, wow, is that true? Whoa, maybe this all makes sense that you're not supposed to be,
Look,
sleeping
before
around.
the advent of antibiotics, you could expect to die of a UTI, and most of sexually
Urinary tract
transmitted,
infection,
urinary tract infection, and most sexually transmitted diseases could be fatal potentially then. So we've sort of been unhinged from all that for a little while now. We got to really realize that nature was telling us something about our bodies. Yeah.
Adela?
Hi, Dr.
Hi.
Drew. Hi, Bonnie.
Hi.
How long am I responsible for parenting an alcoholic in my family?
I would say never. I don't know quite what the circumstances are, but the fact is you can't be responsible for an addict's disease. Are you talking about an adult?
An adult. It's more, how do I come to terms with how I feel in my heart about it? Not, I know what to do or not to do for him.
Yeah. Did you go to a program called Al-Anon?
Yes.
You go to
yeah.
Al-Anon. Yeah. And you got it. You have a sponsor?
No.
You've got to get that sponsor because that's the piece that's the key ingredient in Al-Anon, which is so long as you're involved with an alcoholic addict, you're in the disease yourself. I say it's like the Audrey 2 in Little Shop of Horrors.
Mm-hmm.
If you go in the room with the plant, it eats you. So I never go in the room alone. If you notice on Celebrity Rehab
Right,
and stuff,
you
I
always have
always have
somebody
somebody there because it'll suck you in. And your sponsor is that person. They are the golden cord that tethers you so
Yeah.
you don't get sucked into the disease.
The way, you have to, an alcoholic, if you're always there to catch them, they don't
rely
learn
on
to
that.
stand up, but if you get out of the way and let them hit the ground, they have a chance of standing back up.
So,
And you got to love them enough to let them not like you for a while.
That's true.
That's the hard part.
and you won't do that alone. It'll go against every thread of your instincts, and you need that other person there pulling you back.
Oh, God, especially as a mom.
Ugh.
I can't imagine.
Well, the fantasy of every mom with an addict child is the child's going to die. That's the fantasy
If I'm not there,
if I'm not
yeah.
there doing something. And the addict plays on that. They use that because they know it intuitively. That's what you're thinking. And they evoke that all the time as a way to get their way.
Thank you.
Thank you, and I'll say a prayer for her. Okay,
I'm really old-fashioned, and I feel more comfortable when a man pursues me. But now that everybody's using social networking sites, I want to know if the rules are changing and if it's more acceptable for me to approach someone I may have met and been interested in.
Oh, good question.
Well, I think the rules are changing, but not so much because of social networking necessarily. I think the rules are just changing. I think one of the sort of coy things to do is have your approach be, I prefer when you approach me, I'm open for business. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't really feel comfortable doing that. No, but I mean,
used car sales a lot.
I mean,
No. I understand what you're
you know what I'm
saying.
saying? It's like
Because-
I'm open to overtures if you would just make them, just letting you know. And that's really all
I
you
know,
have
but
to
it's
do.
so scary, isn't it?
I think if I said I'm open for business, I'd probably get him to write back.
Well, that's true. I'm just saying.
No, I get what you mean. I just
Yeah.
went through this.
Oh, yeah? What
Yes,
happened?
it was terrifying.
You somebody you wanted to date.
Yes, and then
you had
somebody
to let him
said,
know.
"Oh,
You had to let
yes."
him know, but you didn't ask him out, right?
No,
Yeah,
no,
you just
no,
let
no.
him know. You just
no.
Yeah, you just let him know.
No, he asked me out first.
Oh, well.
And then I was busy, and somebody said you made him feel like you weren't interested. I said, "Oh, you can't give up that easy." I was busy. I was really busy.
was
with
busy.
another man. No. No, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
And I felt that same fear because somebody said you should at least let him know.
Yeah,
You know, so I said it. I said it out loud. It was mortifying for me.
Well, men, we're fairly lame, basically. You know, we really are. I mean, we want to please. We're good people, but we're fairly lame. So you have to kind of make things explicit to us, and then we'll follow suit. We'll follow along. We will, but you got to kind of kick the door open a little bit for them, and they'll kind of wander in.
Okay.
So.
But do what you're comfortable with. You can't build a relationship based on stuff that you're not.
Yeah, and by the way, this idea of what you're comfortable with in terms of initiation and stuff, value that. That's good. That's your personal instincts. That's good. And make it work, though, in the context of the social fabric of the day, which is that guys expect a little bit of, you know, a notification when somebody's interested. That's all.
Because I actually did the same thing that Bonnie did. I kind of said hi and then didn't hear anything.
Oh.
And I'm not one to go further. I think I'd rather just leave it at that.
But that happened to me too, and my brother said, "Then forget it."
Right, guys.
Gotta step up to the plate.
Guys will let you know, believe me, when they're interested and when they're available. They're like freight trains. They come on, you know, they come around. if they know the door is open and they're interested, they will let you know. Otherwise, just let it go. Just let it go.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. I could sit here all day and do this.
I know.
Is that it? Okay. Well, you guys, Sex Rehab airs Sundays on VH1 at 10 p.m. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Ahead, Candy Spelling tells all.
Speaking of hope, you have good news for us. I was talking to Dr. Drew about it during the break that you and your daughter Tori have been through, well, what a lot of families go through. Growing pains, I guess I would call it.
Yes.
And how's it going now? Guest is one of Hollywood's most famous wives and moms. Her new reality series, Bank of Hollywood, premieres December 14th on E! Please welcome Candy Spelling. What is this? Oh, you brought this for our tree.
Yes, I've had this. It's an edition of, it's right here, 852 out of 1,000 for the 50th anniversary of this ornament company, and I've had it on my tree for 12 years. So.
Oh, that means so much to me. As you know, we're auctioning off all of our ornaments for the Robert H. Lurie Comprehensive Cancer Center, and that goes to, you know, something more valuable than anything is hope.
Good.
Right?
Good. Absolutely.
Speaking of hope, you have good news for us. I was talking to Dr. Drew about it during the break that you and your daughter Tori have been through, well, what a lot of families go through. Growing pains, I guess I would call it.
Yes.
And how's it going now?
I'm happy to say it's doing fantastic.
You know, when Tori was here, I wanted to say, come on, call your mom. And you just wonder, what triggered somebody to open the door and have the courage to say, let's talk?
You know, in September, we were both in the hospital. She had a stomach problem, and I had surgery on my back. And it just happened. And we've taken it to where I think we're both very happy, into a very private place where it's not out in the media. And, you know, I may have said too much, she may have said too much. Who knows, you know, it's just...
Well, it was fascinating because I know on the reality show, you were going to meet Stella for the first time on the show. And Dr. Drew wrote a whole book about the reality TV and the effect, the mirror,
Oh, yeah. No, it's difficult in those kinds of environments to have any kind of real relationships when the spotlight is on you like that. It's difficult.
Very hard.
Well, that was difficult for you, too, because you wanted to go to her birthday party, but felt like as if the cameras were there, it would alter...
And I had never met Stella, and I felt like it was not the time to meet her first time out, you know, with cameras on, and I get nervous. I'm still...
No, I would agree with that.
Novice to this.
Well, any really personal family moment.
Particularly on behalf of kids, you don't want to adulterate anything that's going on in their lives.
Right.
They don't necessarily have a choice in the matter. And that's one of the things that really bothers people about reality television when children are involved in it. So
yes.
It's tough.
You know, I'm glad to hear that you guys are talking because it is just painful to see people so close but so far away, and it's really nice.
Yes.
Congratulations to both of you for having the courage. It's nice to see, you know, Candy. It is. And you have to tell us, you have this book.
I'm very excited because it made the New York Times bestseller list. as it did in Los Angeles too. And in March, the paperback is coming out.
Wow, that's pretty fancy. And tell us about the new show, Bank of Hollywood. And are you loving it? Are you enjoying the experience? Or?
Yes. Well, we shot 8 shows, and I'm very excited. You know what? It gave me a chance to, you know, we all give to a lot of charities, and we all have our favorite ones, and organizations, and this hit a different level. It was people that came and asked for their hopes and dreams, and maybe they couldn't go to a charity or a you know, or a foundation or anything, and they, you know, but they still have those hopes and dreams.
Speaking of hopes and dreams, you had to downsize from your did anybody buy the house?
Not yet. Not yet.
Do people like walk through it with a realtor, and does it take like a week and a half?
Actually, it does take a little time to tour it, but we have to we have to screen them.
Yeah, because there's got to be curiosity. I mean, I want to go through it. The house is a bowling alley.
You're invited.
No, but as a kid, when I would see the house and stuff, I was like, that's wondrous, you know? Somebody who made all this money, and then they built like this dream house with all these special. You have a gift wrapping room and a
3 gift wrapping rooms. I'm downsizing to 1 gift wrapping room.
I'd be lucky if I had a gift wrapping TV table. That's pretty, well, it's just fascinating, but you're getting a new place.
Yes.
This could be a whole new beginning for you, right?
I'm very excited. It's kind of a new chapter in my life. I just heard you talking about dating and, you know, and...
Are you dating? What's going on? Come on, Candy, are you seeing someone?
No, I'm not seeing any one person.
Good for you. Playing the field.
I'm sure.
Good for you.
Sure.
Good for you. Well, if you have any tips, throw them my way. We can have a party at the house.
Yes, absolutely.
It'll be the perfect relationship if I never have to see each other. It'll last forever. So Candy's new reality series, Bank of Hollywood, starts Monday, December 14th on E! We'll be right back. Thank you so much.
Up next, comedian Angela Johnson.
Now they're talking to your Theo outside. So I walk in and it goes, surprise! Oh, you'll never believe who it is.
Welcome back, folks. I'm excited. Our next guest is a talented young comedian from Mad TV. You guys might know one of her characters that I get a huge kick out of, Bon Qui Qui. And her work has been seen in over, well, that character, 40 million hits on YouTube. Yes, if you have to go check it out. Please welcome Angela Johnson.
Hello. Hi. My name is Angela Johnson, and I'm Mexican and Native American. Thank you. And people always ask me, if you're Mexican and Native American, how'd you get the last name Johnson? I'm like, hello, isn't it obvious? I don't know. I don't know how I got the last name Johnson, but I did. And I grew up kind of poor, too. I mean, I didn't realize how poor I was until recently. I was looking at some of my childhood photos. And for the time about 3 till the time about maybe 7, I'm wearing the same outfit. And that's not right. I told my mom, Mom, you can at least buy me some pants that fit. Mija, they're capris, you're in style. Walk around looking like a 7-year-old hoochie with some capris and a half top on. Thanks, Mom. And every year for our birthday, our dad would give us the same gift every year, a box of cereal and a 6-pack of Coke. It wasn't even the good kind, it was like cola. And we always knew what kind of cereal he got us before we unwrapped it, because he would wrap it in the coupon section of the newspaper, so there's little pieces cut out everywhere. And my mom, she tried to make it all fun, like it was a game. Well, it's something flakes, maybe corn flakes, maybe rice flakes, maybe frosty flakes. It's a surprise. Or if the coupon section was already taken, my dad would just wrap it in the regular newspaper, but get creative with the titles of the stories. Like, if it was like, angels beat the socks, my dad would say, to my angel, no, it's not socks. He's really creative. I think technology is moving a little too fast for the older folks. Even the simplest thing, like for instance, my Thea Mary, she's kind of like my grandma. She likes to, she doesn't understand that you can be on your cell phone and not be at home. She doesn't get that yet. Because like one time I called her and I surprised her. I pulled up to her house and she's like, oh, somebody's pulling in the yard. Now they're talking to your Theo outside. So I walk in and I go, surprise! Oh, you'll never believe who it is. Like, it's me. Oh, really? I better go then. I go to church. Anybody else here go to church? Anybody go to church here? Mostly the front. The back don't want to go to heaven. That's okay. One thing they talk about at church is gossiping. How gossiping is bad. Don't do it. Nothing good comes from it. But I like how some people in the church like to disguise their gossiping as a prayer request. There's always that one girl that's like, come on, you guys, circle up. We need to pray. We need to pray. Thank you, Jesus. Lord, we just pray for Tanya right now. Because I don't know if anybody here knows this, but she is pregnant. And Lord, we know that you are a mighty, powerful God, and you can show her who the Father is. And I trust that what happens in the prayer circle stays in the prayer circle. Nobody goes blabbing their mouth. Cindy, come on, come pray with us. We're praying for Tanya because you're pregnant. You don't want to pray? Okay, that's fine. We pray for Cindy because you're probably pregnant too. I'm Angela Johnson. Thank you so much.
Still ahead, Angela Johnson is her own best friend.
I talk to myself while I drive and while I'm getting ready, and I make myself, I'm like, oh, that's good, I'm going to try it.
Girl, Mark was supposed to meet me yesterday, and he didn't show up. Girl, I will cut him. Girl, yes, I will. You remember what happened last time, right, when he had said he didn't hook up with Tracy, and then I had found out he did? Girl, I cut him. Oh, girl, yes, I did, girl. She said, yes, you see me in the middle of a conversation? Don't interrupt. Rude. I'm gonna have to call you back. Welcome to King Burger, where we can do it your way, but don't get crazy.
Very nice. How fun. It's so fun, Angela, because I mean, I've seen all the stuff on YouTube that you do, of course, is Bon Qui Qui. But it's fun to watch it with an audience to hear. I mean, that must be nice, huh?
Yeah, it's fun to watch.
Powerful that laughter is.
See everybody's reaction and things like that. And I still laugh at it myself. I'm like, who is it? Oh, it's me.
But it's true. I mean, that's what you have to do. You come up with characters, and I know from my own career at Second City, I would come up with the characters that made me laugh during the day. And you were just saying during the break to me that you make yourself laugh at home.
Yeah, I do. I talk to myself while I drive and while I'm getting ready, and I make myself laugh. I'm like, oh, that's good. I'm going to try it later.
So now you have this special coming up. Tell us about it. Because
I do.
It's pretty fantastic.
I have my 1 hour special coming out on Comedy Central on December 28th.
Well deserved.
Thank you very much. 11 p.m. and it's really cool. I just wanted to talk about just women empowerment, basically. Like, I'm a female in the game of stand-up comedy, which is mainly like a man's world. It's a man's game, and so I incorporated the Beat Freaks. They're an all-girl breakdancing crew that, you know, breakdance is for the boys, but they're out there killing it. And then I have DJ NGV. She's a female DJ, and like DJ is kind of for the boys.
That's the way to do it. Put that team around you, people you can trust, and people that make you laugh. Yeah, that makes a big difference. And you're doing the I hate to say this, but it is called the Squeakquel.
Yeah, the Squeakquel.
The Squeakquel of Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Alvin and Chipmunks, the Squeakquel.
It opens Christmas Day?
Yes, Christmas Day. So after you're done eating your Christmas tamales or your ham for the white people, Pack the kids in the car. Let's go see Alvin and the Chipmunks.
You used to be a cheerleader too, is that true?
I was.
Like a pro?
I was a cheerleader for the Oakland Raiders.
What was that life like?
Thank you. It's not as glamorous as you may think. We had a lot of
sure it is.
rehearsals, 7 a.m. rehearsals Saturday morning, and like it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work.
7 a.m. one day a week?
Well, I mean, we did Tuesday nights, Thursday nights, but the morning one was the killer. Like his Friday night, everybody's going out having a good time. And you have to be in Oakland at 7 a.m. ready to rehearse.
Just getting in at 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
So Angela's stand-up special, That's How We Do It, premieres December 28th on Comedy Central. Make sure you check it out. We'll be right back. Folks, as you know, we like to leave you with a feel-good moment of the day. This one was sent to us by one of our viewers, Leanne Tufts from Greendale, Indiana. It's her 5-year-old Charlie. He started kindergarten this year, and her other son, who's only 2 years old, Will, who is still at home, he gets so excited when his brother gets home from school. It's just a sweet moment about life. Enjoy.
Look, watch. Oh, so cool. Who is that kid? Jack.
A Bob and Els production.